Hey, everybody. Welcome to Don't Make Me Come Back There. We are a funny podcast about family. My name is Dustin, Nickerson, stand-up comedian, the host of the aforementioned podcast. I am jacked up on caffeine, and I'm drinking more. This is a back in the time episode for you guys, but Melissa and Andy and I, we are stacking them. Stacking them and racking them and banking them and stanking them. Tanking them and stanking them and ranking it, all of them. This is our third episode today, and I have one protein bar and a few cups of coffee. Mel's got a few Gibraltars in her, which is just espresso.
My second Gibraltar. And
oh, my gosh.
I got about 5 pretzel chips in me.
Yeah. I feel like I could vibrate through this wall right now. I could phase through it like the Flash. I'm buzzing and luzzing and dozen and... A dozen buzzing is what I am right now. I need some food is what I need.
You're pretty hot, too.
Whew.
But, you know,
you started out pretty hot.
Fashion forward here.
Huh? Lock the door.
Fashion before passion. No.
Passion before passion.
It's going to be one of these, guys. If you're looking for like one of our like most structured episodes, this ain't it. I don't even know what date you're hearing this.
I don't
December
know how to explain this to you.
14th?
It gets hot in December in the afternoons here in Southern California. And I have a long sleeve shirt on.
Yeah. Champagne problems.
Yes.
Yeah. Right about when the tree starts to get real dry.
Yeah, exactly. This is a fire hazard. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you're interested in coming to a live show, please do. For the love of all things, what is today's date?
Don't even come, just buy tickets.
I'd like you to come, actually. It would be, particularly do a late show. If you can make a late show, please do. Phoenix, I mean, if everything projects the way I think it's going to, the 2 early shows in Phoenix sold out.
Yeah.
And then the 2 early shows averaged 30 people.
The late shows.
Yeah. Sorry. So... Anyways,
it's a broken model.
Cleveland was looking similar for us. I think, what date is this coming out? Does anybody know?
Oh, yeah, I can tell you.
There's no way we could know. How would they know?
I think December 13th.
Today's December 13th in your life, which means Columbus. I'm going to be in Columbus tonight.
Yep.
That show might be sold out already, so if you didn't buy tickets to that, you should have.
Pittsburgh and Buffalo.
Oh, you're doing the Pittsburgh and Buffalo for the rest of the week, and then Indy. And then December, I'm going to give you the actual dates. Because it's getting time. January 13th and 14th, I'm going to be in Brooklyn at Union Hall. The 18th through 20th, I'm going to be in Kansas City. The 21st, I'm going to be in St. Louis. The 25th through the 27th, I'm going to be in Philly. February 1st through 3rd, Portland. February 8th through 10th, D.C. February 22nd through 24th, Grand Rapids. March 7th, Spokane. March 10th, 2 shows at the Crocodile in Seattle. And then we've got other dates we're adding in between then. We got a Syracuse on sale soon. We got a Fort Collins on sale soon. But on sale right now for June, we have Naples, Tampa, Dania Beach, San Diego, Nashville. I am lightheaded. Let's get going, everybody.
Do you want this water?
Are those ours?
Yeah.
They are.
No,
here.
But they are.
No.
Gosh.
We will all share.
We will all share.
We'll share our water.
Your water is my water. Sue water is me water.
Ooh, okay.
What?
That's what happens when you take Spanish in 9 weeks.
9 weeks. Espanol intensivo. We've talked about it, I think, on the pod before. I'm not a bright man, but I did graduate college. But the last thing that I did is I had to get a language. And I was like working at a church at the time, and I was like, I should take Greek. That'd be helpful. And then I'd made it 4 days of Greek, and I was like, no Greek. It's all Greek to me.
A college quarter to learn Greek.
You would have had to do it the whole year, but Greek 101 or whatever, and I did not. It was like
no, it's a quarter system,
right? But I would have had to take 3/4 of it.
Correct.
So
that's a hard way to learn a language.
I walked in
high school. You could take a whole year.
Yeah, and I walked in, and everyone already knew the alphabet, and I was behind.
Yeah,
and I was like, Alpha and Omega. Those are the 2 I know.
Alpha and Omega.
If it's
the beginning and the end.
I can tell you what a couple of the big
Beta male.
I can tell you what a couple of I can tell you what doxa means because if there's a church in the area with this name, I know that vocab word. Pneuma, soma. I know these ones. But anyways, So the last thing that I did was I took Spanish, much more useful, but they had a thing called Español Intensivo, where you would just take a full year's worth of Spanish in 9 weeks. So you would do 3.5 hours of classwork and then 3 hours of homework a day. You did 6 hours of Spanish. And I was like, I can do this for 9 weeks. And the entire quarter, I got between an 83 and an 88 on every test. I just was the definition of an average student and graduated. That's what it takes. So me water is Sue water.
Agua.
No, it's water.
Okay. All right.
You guys, we added
Which is tough.
We created you guys, the fans, the patrons, the good people who are backseaters of this podcast, created a Facebook fan group, which you should join. There's a link here in the comments. Gosh, it's going to be hard.
Show notes.
Show notes.
There's a link in the show notes.
In the show notes.
You're going to want to check that out. You're going to go click that. You're going to go join that.
And you know what? This is where I'm going to interrupt you guys. I'm going to interrupt you guys because I'm so thankful for our Facebook friends who have sent us a little gift for Christmas.
What? For real?
Really?
For real.
People sent us a gift?
Someone has sent you a gift.
From the Facebook fan group?
So we can have our next session of Let's Ranch.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Let's ranch.
Let's ranch.
Oh, this is fantastic news. Oh.
Christmas came early.
Who sent this?
I'm not going to say.
Why?
Because they asked to be anonymous.
Anonymous?
To collectively share in the joy of the community.
Oh my!
There's even a little Christmas.
Christmas this is legitimately cool. I like this. I like
on the tree.
Okay, yeah, dead center for now.
Oh my! You know we're getting hungry.
I need food.
Here we go.
What's this? Is this ranch?
Take a look at
flavored
that
lip balm.
Oh my gosh!
Hold that up for the camera.
We got a. Sorry. I can't read and upside down.
Oh,
we got a lip balm and a keychain.
Oh my gosh!
Skincare moisturizer.
Yes.
Wow.
So we have
our daughter's getting this in her stocking.
We got to get into this. We got some. We got some Andy Caps ranch fries right here.
Those sound pretty good.
What we don't need to try is the David Ranch sunflower seeds. I've had those a million times. They're delightful. But this one, I'm so curious. Bugles got in the ranch game, huh?
They did it.
Whoa.
Oh, my.
I like the name Bugles.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you going to tear into these?
Yeah.
You're picky about your sunflower seeds anyways.
I am.
Yeah. I always buy you the wrong kind. Yeah.
It's so funny that I publicly said how much I don't like ranch, and everyone's like, well, try this.
But have you tried? Okay, we should do this together.
Do this together. Here we go.
All right. Andy, get a bugle.
Yep.
Oh, we're doing bugles first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing goes better with ranch than coffee.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Get a little handful.
Hidden Valley Bugle Ranch.
Taste test. Here we go. I like a bugle. Before we do this, I like a normal bugle.
Yeah.
I like the dogs.
Nice little texture.
Yeah.
You know, like the way they kind of sit around in your teeth for a bit.
Yeah. They're almost like a cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay away from the mic. Oh, it's so bad.
I love them. I love them.
It tastes like a vanilla wafer.
It's just like a tangy. Oh, I love it.
Oh, it gets so tangy at the end. Oh, let me wash that down with a black cup of coffee.
Now, to me, I'm getting a hint of ranch.
Really?
This is delicious.
Yeah, there's way more sugar than ranch.
Wow.
Oh. We have the
These are
best
nice.
fans.
These
you
are
are
really nice.
The best fans. People say that a lot. You are the actual best. It'd be great if you guys could come to a late show sometime, but I get it.
We'll have bugles there.
Okay, now this is going to be different. This is Andy Cap's Taste the Oven Baked Ranch Fries. This looks like a local. He's from Chicago. This looks like something you can't get outside of Chicago, but I could be.
Did you hold it up to the camera?
Yeah, we did that one already. So
all right.
You take a few ranch fries. I'll take a few ranch fries. Our kids are going to love these. I don't know if the bugles are going to make it home, though. Melissa's going to snack mid-episode.
Now, do you remember those veggie chips? It's kind of what it reminds me of. Veggie
Oh, yeah,
chips.
the veggie straws, you mean.
Yeah, they're not healthy, but...
It's got like a Funyun
here we go.
thing going on.
Okay,
Here we go.
Here we go.
Dive in.
I'm Team Bugles.
Ranch, it tastes sour in other forms like that. It tastes.
I've never had ranch that's sour before.
Yeah.
That's just bad ranch.
It's like a vinegar or
Yeah. That's
a lime.
vinegar.
Oh.
Almost. I'm getting notes of
Like,
lime.
it's
Getting
closer
notes of
to-
lime?
It's more like a salt and vinegar chip more than anything.
Well, let me wash that down with a bugle.
Yeah,
These bugles are fire.
they're so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Thank you so much, fans.
Just what we needed.
That changed the whole direction of this podcast. I'm still pretty lightheaded, but
I should chew. If you need a white elephant gift this holiday season,
that's a very good
you
one.
need to get this ranch ornament.
I can't wait to see that.
Anyone and everyone needs this ranch ornament in their homes.
It's very good. That's going to stay here, but it's going to be tempting to take it home. We'll take it home as soon as we record our last one for December. So,
wow, thank you so much.
The other thing that this Facebook group of ours, listen, I'm pro-democracy, and they created a poll of whether or not Mel should share the booty bump story. Mm-hmm. And the origins of this, if you don't remember, is we were seeing Leanne Morgan at the Balboa here in San Diego.
Yeah.
And Mel will tell the story, but there was a booty bump incident from some other fan. And Mel told this story to me. She told it to Leanne.
I know.
And I just kept saying this is not a great story and this is not podcast worthy. But I think I've created a mythology to this story.
It has gotten grander than it is.
But here we go. Because we're pro people, because we're pro democracy, because it's the holidays. And it is Giving Tuesday in our timeline here.
Uh-huh. I think the baristas are bumping the music because they're closing.
Yeah. Well, it's great. We can
extra.
It's like their third podcast today.
Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious. So hit us, Mel. Tell us the tales of the Balboa Theater.
Now, as you know, the Balboa Theater is very old. The seats are very small.
Right.
It's got a lot of old elements in there.
Let's paint the picture.
It's all part of the vibe.
It's a Thursday night, downtown San Diego. We're at the old Balboa Theater.
Yeah.
Small seats. Leanne Morgan's crowd is there.
Yeah.
Walkers and strollers. She connected that group. Mm-hmm. That's who's, that's her demo.
Everybody's excited. Everyone's pretty nice.
Yeah.
You can
very nice.
Tell when you go to a concert, or you can kind of tell the demo, that you're dealing with. And we sit down. We're on the end. We just sit down, right? We're getting settled. We have a drink. No cup holders.
We got some tickets. Thank you so much, Leanne.
And a couple comes, and we stand up, but we should have moved out of the row.
Right.
But we didn't.
Which is not assumed. You never assume someone needs to move out of the row.
And so we're holding our drink. We're smashed against our chair, and we're doing this, And I get kind of like bounce.
Like she gave you a hit, you mean? Like
a hip.
Like a hip check.
You got hip checked.
And granted, we could have gotten out of our row.
But that's never expected.
It was, so what?
Only on an airplane do you need to get out of your row.
You're right. And it was unexpected to me. I was not ready for that.
Uh-huh.
And I have a full drink, and I'm like, whoa.
It's mom's night out.
And so it just tickled me. I was very tickled that the woman that
literally, she tickled her. She booty bumped her and then turned around and said, tiki, tiki, tiki.
The woman that sat next to me, like hip checked me or whatever you want to call it. And I didn't play a lot of contact sports. I was very surprised by this, and it tickled me. And then we get backstage, and you would think, I hang out with a lot of comics post-show. Mm-hmm. You think I would just, boom, that was so funny. I loved your special. This is my second time seeing you, Leanne. I'm a huge fan. Yeah. But she derailed me and my conversation skills, which are lacking. You all know I shoot from the hip. I'm silly. Yeah. I don't pay attention as often as I should. And so she goes,
you're a little, space
flighty.
kid. Yeah.
A little flighty.
Yeah.
I was having a fun night.
Yeah.
I'm fun.
Yeah, that's Leanne, yeah.
Leanne. So we get backstage. We're the last in line, and Leanne's daughter is there, and Leanne looks at her daughter and goes, look at this cute little thing. She says that to me. And so all the good things I had planned to say, the compliments, the like, I'm a huge fan of your work. Great to see you again, Leanne. Go out the window, and little thing reminds me of how I got booty bumped in the lobby or in the seats. And I tell that story to Leanne, and she's not interested.
No.
This is her last fan meet and greet.
Yeah.
And then we go on to have a normal conversation.
Yeah. It
Thankfully,
She bombed.
the story bombed. I'm not about getting laughs from comics. I was just being my random self.
Which is what's very endearing
telling
about
a
you.
random story without a good punchline.
Yeah,
and
Melissa is ready, shoot, aim. That's how she goes
just,
conversationally.
I am not a comic. I don't have that in my brain.
Well, that's why you're fun. You're very
I'm
unpredictable.
Just silly and goofy, and I find humor in dumb things. And the booty bump just was really funny to me.
What's important is that it's important to you, and it's a funny story to you, and more important is that our people wanted that story. And I get it, because we are a publicly owned and traded company, and you are our stockholders, particularly our patrons. If you don't know what Patreon is, by the way, did we do our Zoom hang yet?
Oh, yes. We did.
Whoa, yes. It was a great, best Zoom hang ever. Patreon.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yep.
10 bingo dingoes.
Mm-hmm. So this is our last episode before...
No, we do one more Christmas, and that's why we have the soundtrack that closing baristas below us have.
Yeah.
But
anyways.
Thank you so much to the Facebook group for standing in my corner that you wanted to hear the booty bump story.
And for sending ranch goodies. A ranch care package.
Delightful. Delightful. My favorite thing is regional snacks.
Yeah?
It really is. Regional snacks are just absolutely my favorite
What are your
thing.
favorite regional snacks? Like,
and I think it's because sometimes when you do gigs, they'll give you like a little basket.
You love when I get a
regional
basket
snacks.
and I come home and you're like, these are the best yogurt covered pretzels in Maine.
I don't know why. I think it's really fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Well, it's something you normally have.
I like to enjoy it with like a group. Like everybody take a pretzel.
Well,
it's just a fun thing.
That's the thing that we like to do is just to come home and be like, this is what we got, everybody.
Well, what I like about our family is it's never assumed that you get a full thing. Like, this is my bag of chips and nobody else can have it. It's like, everyone take one.
Yeah.
And so, like, you brought back 2 pastries from Seattle, from Pike Place Market. And
I think you would have put that on silent after the first time.
Good God.
The lack of professionalism.
This story's going nowhere.
This never happened with Stephen English.
But we all started
because we didn't record it in person. But anyways,
we all started dividing up 2 pastries.
Yes.
And I think when you're in a big family or you just enjoy things together, you're like, it's never assumed you're getting a whole pastry or something.
Yeah.
You're gonna divide that up and have a bite. So I don't know why. Anyway.
Yeah. No, if someone assumes they're getting in a whole piece of banana bread, then I'm like, oh, you were an only child. We will divvy that up in whatever way Dad tears it. It's not going to be even, by the way.
Yeah.
Whatever the biggest slice is, he'll get. Whatever the second biggest one is, Mom will get. And the third biggest slice will be his favorite child in that moment. Because when people are like, do you have a favorite kid? I'm like, it's rotating. I got a lazy Susan of favorite kids, depending on general gratefulness and kindness right now.
Now, talking about tearing up snacks.
Bugle me.
My dad used to cut peanut M&M packs. He would tear them in half. You would get a half peanut M&M bag.
You're also...
And then the other...
This is my favorite.
Noteworthy.
This is my favorite Dave Hoagland thing that he did.
This was weird. I didn't think this was weird because it's all I knew.
You guys would go skiing.
When my dad was in charge of feeding us, he would bring carrot sticks and Snickers bars. Mm-hmm. Snickers, a lot of protein for being a candy bar. So they say. And then he would cut them in half with his van keys.
Did you guys get your tetanus shots this year? Good, because Dad's using the Dodge Caravan key.
And that thing could cut.
Yeah.
And anyways, when you said snacks, so yeah, I don't know. It's just this is how you grew up.
Yeah, you're lucky you get any piece of banana bread at all.
Half a Snickers bar. Yep.
It's
Anyway,
you know,
I've derailed the conversation. We went from booty bump.
we were never railed in this conversation. No, we were never on the rails in the first place. So
a quest for a new form of travel.
yeah. It's very easy for me. It's very easy for me to not eat the snacks that are packaged, and bring those home to the family. What's hard for me is to say no to a Cinnabon when I'm in an airport. When I show up to a Cinnabon airport hungry,
Well, the whole airport smells like Cinnabon.
it's
That smell is
no
contagious.
I
But you will have you will be a mess. You'll be wrecked if you ate a Cinnabon.
I look at a Cinnabon. I consider eating a Cinnabon the same way that I think about cheating on my wife. And that I would be like, this would be a great 20 minutes that would ruin my life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is worth it, but
It's like a stick of butter.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can have a really enjoyable 20 minutes. Let's be honest, 3 minutes. I'm eating that Cinnabon quickly. And then I'll be like, what have I done? I have to call my wife.
I know, and I used to make cinnamon rolls on Christmas.
I know.
Yee.
But anyway, dairy.
Evidence.
Dairy.
Smell
Yeah.
like cinnamon.
I know.
She's gonna know.
What's that
Cinnamon in
sticky
my
white stuff
mustache.
on your shirt? It's Cinnabon. It's Cinnabon.
I knew it!
Smell like sugar. Sticky hands.
You're covered in it. I can see it on your. I caught you white-handed. Your hands are sticky. There's cinnamon on your shirt. Me and the kids are leaving.
Smell like the mall.
What, you get Wetzels while you're all gone too?
If you got Wetzels without me,
I would never.
it is over.
I would never. I would pay $100 to eat Wetzels right now. I am delusionally tired here. Okay, I actually did have one topic that I wanted to get
I
to.
am melting like a cinnamon roll.
Yeah. If we hit 45 minutes on this podcast, it's going to be a miracle today. I have a stranger danger for you to fill the time. Oh, good. More coffee. That'll
Yeah.
help. That'll help stop.
Let me just finish this.
That'll help stop the shakes.
The problem and the solution.
Yeah. What time school get out? 1:50, 15?
132.
1:32.
Okay.
So, stranger danger. A couple weekends ago, I'm in the U District. I'm at a ramen restaurant with my daughters. We're sitting down. We're eating. It's fairly quiet. It's a good environment. All right? It's nice. Claire gets some dumplings. Gloria and I get some ramen. Everybody's happy.
Mm-hmm.
Table sits down next to us. Wide open restaurant. They sit down. Sometimes these smaller restaurants, I'm talking table is here to here. Very close.
Mm-hmm.
Couple work friends. Co-workers having a lunch together. Very eccentric, loud man is losing his mind about some coworker he's complaining about. You will never guess what job he's complaining about, though. I had no idea.
Okay.
He goes,
I'm intrigued.
Kathy is just in too deep. She cannot do this job. Kathy, it's a joke. I love her. She's nice. She's trying her best, but she's underqualified and she's incompetent. Kathy cannot do this job. And the other friend's like, yeah, no, I agree. She's not doing great. He's like, it's worse than that. She cannot do that job. Kathy cannot do this job. Kathy, she kept doing it. Kathy is
cannot.
incapable. Kathy cannot. Kathy cannot do this job. She's just terrible for business. It's awful. Pause. He takes a bite of his ramen, slurps his ramen. We need a new funeral director.
Oh my gosh. I was like, what is Kathy not doing?
She's not doing a good job playing people's funerals.
She's not killing it.
She's not killing it. She's not. Incredible.
Oh no.
Listen, we need to terminate Kathy like these. It's so funny because I did get sympathetic to him all of a sudden because you're like, you do have to do a good job playing at people's funerals.
Yep.
As
That
someone
needs
who's like
to go smoothly.
as
Yep.
someone who has officiated weddings,
Mm-hmm.
there's a couple things that you gotta like crush, and you gotta do a good job. Kathy cannot. Kathy is incompetent.
No.
And our poor daughters were like, it was the comedic timing of, and then it got the woman who was with him was Japanese, and then I think he caught that we were able to understand what this very clearly Caucasian man was saying, and then started speaking to her in fluent Japanese.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it was incredible. And I was like, this is remarkable. This guy's got a lot going on.
Did you still hear Kathy?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to do a voice. I almost did a voice to try and keep the character going. But I did not because it's the modern era.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
We need a new funeral director. Ramen was great, though. And then it was so funny because he was like also like kind of like he was still a boomer because apparently the place had like been broken into the night before.
Oh.
And then he was like, this city's a mess. Everywhere's getting broken into. And then he would go back into Japanese. And then he would start complaining about Kathy. And I was like, I'm not getting a word in with me and my daughters here because I cannot compete with this.
You expect him to be like, what do you guys
Yeah.
do for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have one other thing that I want to talk about in regards to us being a funny podcast about family.
Okay.
I think you're gonna like talk about this. I think the thing that like I consider myself a very patient parent,
Yeah.
but what I'm least patient about is hearing my kids tell me about their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean their ambitions. I mean their actual dreams from the night. Because what happens every morning is some kid tells a tall tale
Yes.
of a dream,
Uh-huh.
and then it becomes who had the craziest dream competition.
Yeah, and they just try and top each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
More elaborate. I was on a football field too in my dream. But
Yeah. But then Freddie Fazbear showed up and I was getting chased. I was playing against Freddie Fazbear on this football team.
yeah.
And then I got struck by lightning, and then the football field turned into Skittles.
And then the cloud monster came after me
Yeah.
in my dream, and you're like, it's that meme that's like an escape room, but your kid's talking about Fortnite. And it's like an
Yeah.
escape room, but your
Yeah.
kid's talking about their dreams.
Yeah.
And
By the second or third one, I
Cool.
want to quote them and be like, I smell cap.
I know. Because, I mean, it is humorous, but it's just very tedious because they're just literally making it up as they go.
Yeah.
Like, so obviously. And
Yeah, I'm like, you guys got to like
we've
keep
devolved.
it. I know these are
into-
dreams, so kind of anything goes, but you have to keep
Yeah.
them a little more based in reality. Like if
Mm-hmm.
I can predict what you're going to say next.
You're like, that was a cartoon episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So the other day, my 6-year-old came in the room. It's not even last night, actually.
Yeah.
Speaking of impatient dreams,
mhm.
he's like real sad about it. And like, Dad, can we not go to Target for a little bit so I don't have to see the dog?
Oh, no.
The Target dog?
Yes, because the other night he was chasing me in my dream. And I'm like, I'm sorry, son. There's no way we can't go to Target.
We are a modern family.
Face
There's
your
no,
fears.
yeah.
Yeah. We're actually going to go right now.
Yeah. Put your clothes on. It's 9 p.m. I just remembered I need something.
Oh, man.
Target run.
Melissa, I am always worried about internet safety,
Yeah. Especially with our kids.
especially for you. I'm worried about what you are looking at, which is why I want to get Bark put on your
Oh,
phone.
boy.
Your phone, your laptop, your pager. I need to get Bark on your
Bluetooth.
pager.
Yeah.
On your Bluetooth.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Yeah, the little one in your ear.
Apple CarPlay.
As many of you guys know, we are parents. As many of you know, you all know we are parents.
Guys, we're
and-
parents.
We're parents. And internet safety is, I don't know if there's a thing that parents think about more anymore.
It is so important
it is
and so hard to keep track of.
Yeah. And thankfully, insert Bark Technologies. And then a hero comes along. with Bark Technologies to monitor your kid's phone. And there's a new Bark phone, too. I didn't hit that. I missed that one, but before that, I was crushing that. That was
good.
pretty
That
good.
was good.
Bark Technologies is a friend of the pod, and we love them so much. There's a couple services that we've used with them over the year. The phone, the monitoring of your kid's phone, where they send you alerts and what they're looking at, and they have different levels and things, whatever it may be. It's fantastic. You're not spying on your kid. There's just certain things where Bark goes, hey, you might want to see this, and they show it to you.
Check out this text.
And even better, simplify your life, ladies and gentlemen. Bark has a new phone.
That's right. And it doesn't look like a kid's phone.
No,
it's black.
no.
It's
Yeah.
sleek. Phones and technology is improving, and this phone grows with your kid.
Oh.
So maybe your kiddo is, kind of inching into like an Instagram account or wants to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And you want to give him some training wheels to get there.
We recently let our kid get on Instagram, and it was because of Bark.
That's right.
We let our kid because we're less concerned, and because he's 15 and we're done parenting. But so tell him. But we also, we don't choose any sponsor for the pod. We like sponsors that make sense and we
Mesh
use in our
with us.
lives, and Bark is one of them. And the new Bark phone is something that we're really excited about, as well as Bark Technology is what we use constantly. And we have some promo codes and we have some details. Hit them, Melissa. Give them those sweet, sweet details.
All right. So you can manage screen time. You can block websites and apps. You can monitor text, email, YouTube, and 30 apps and platforms.
Andy's excited.
You can get child psychologist advice and tips, even ways to approach kids when they mess up.
So how do they sign up and how do they save some money, Melissa?
Let me tell you. If you click on the link in the show notes and enter Don't Make Me, all one word, Don't Make Me, you are going to get 7 days of a free trial for the Bark Premium subscription.
And?
As well as
15% off for the lifetime of your subscription, baby.
That's right.
Being a middle-aged parent, I am just so bored of domestic life.
You're bored?
Yeah.
Did you just do 3 days of laundry? Because I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we be bored together just for the sake of the bit so it's entertaining content for the... Can you just say me too?
Yeah, me too.
Can you...
I'm kidding.
Instead of...
It's
It's
a joke.
not a competition. You're supposed to go,
It's
me
a
too,
joke.
so we can clip this into internet content.
Ah! Okay.
Okay, so ready for Frankenstein?
Okay.
I'm so bored of domestic life, and then you're going to go, oh, me too, or something like that. Ready?
Yeah.
Go. I'm so bored of domestic life.
100%. I'm the worst actress. I'm sorry.
This all stays in for the pod. This is very funny.
Bugle me.
Bugle me. Middle-aged domestic life. Middle-aged domestic life as a parent. It was everything that you've worked for, and you are so grateful. But it becomes so tedious and
Well, I
boring.
think just like having kids, and we have a 16-and-a-half-year-old, so we've been doing the same things for 16 and a half years.
Yeah.
Which is like, did you shower? Did you brush your teeth? Are you ready for bed? Did you eat your dinner? Did you have enough water? When's your next physical? Like, it's like every single day.
Yeah. How do I get into Roblox? How do I? Yeah.
He'll be like, I have this new thing on my shoulder. And I'm like, well, save it for your doctor's appointments next week. I'm not making another one.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
Yeah, your home is a pharmacy. Your home is a restaurant.
You're going like, yeah, that's just sinuses. Just go to bed.
Yeah.
You're fine. You can go to school. You took the whole month of November off. You're going to school tomorrow.
Yeah. I regret having kids. I really know.
It's like, we paid for volleyball the whole month of November, but you haven't had a practice yet.
Yeah.
And it's the 28th. So I think I was scammed into signing you up for this league because I'm out a lot of money.
I paid $400 to get up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday to go watch these three girls on this team not be able to serve.
Oh, it hit the net again.
Oh, look, the team with two good servers won.
And we paid for it.
And
we
I'm
will
grateful.
continue to pay
And
for
I'll
it.
continue to pay for it, and those kids will get better, and that's part of it. But that doesn't mean this is entertaining.
Yeah.
And
Or,
why
you know
do
what?
I feel guilty if I'm on my phone?
My kid's not in the game.
Yeah.
I will get on my phone when my kid's not in the game.
Yeah.
I gotta check in on things.
What's a stronger feeling? The pride of when your kid's the best player, or the embarrassment of when your kid's the worst player? What's the stronger emotion?
Oh no. Well, oof.
Because I've had all of the above.
You try and reframe it.
Mm-hmm.
You reframe it by going, my kid's learning a lot of lessons.
When your kid sucks,
Gonna
the
be
thing,
gonna be better
Yeah.
on long term.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
having lost on this better team than being really good on a bad team.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So we're learning life lessons.
If they're really good, then they're not in a high enough level.
Then they should have been moved
They
up.
should have been moved.
It's got to be a challenge.
It's got to be a challenge. And you're like, no. I mean, the things that you tell yourself to survive in those moments.
I know. They're like, can I get an acai bowl?
Not after that. Not after that performance. Mm-mm.
Winners get $15
Yeah.
acai bowls.
No. If you'd have landed that back handspring, then maybe you'd get an acai bowl on the way home. But Jamba Juice is for winners. I mean, what's going on?
That's you.
That's you. I was like, there's no way. I
That's
definitely
hilarious.
said that.
Yeah.
We've all been there with the kid that strikes out I don't know. I don't mind when my kid's bad
Yeah.
because everyone there needs to take this less seriously.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, guess what? We all got a life lesson.
My
Like,
kid will be the
settle
second.
down.
Yeah.
It's like seven-year-old, basketball.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to the NBA.
Yeah. I can't stand a parent that takes youth sports too seriously.
We have parents in the stands, and they're like, ooh, ah. And they talk to their kid every play.
Yeah.
And you're like, they have a coach.
Yeah.
Also, they can't hear you. Also, like, you're supposed to be a relaxed presence
Yeah.
in their life.
Yeah.
And if you're like, the whole game, like, one, you're stressed out, two, you're stressing everybody else out and your kid. And they have to, the whole point of these youth sports is for them to have stress
Mm-hmm.
and work through it.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll
You
say,
know?
speaking of, I just got a text message this week from this story from a while ago about where I hit a kid like on the while I was pitching at baseball.
Yeah.
The dad
Yeah.
had messaged the coaches this week and been like, "Can't believe he threw the ball still at my kid." Like, was making it like he still was
Yeah.
trying to convince the other coach I did it intentionally.
And you're like, how did he know?
right?
How did he know?
Well, and see, that's so messed up
Yeah.
because you're both volunteer coaches.
Yeah.
And why are you getting mad at someone being involved in their kid's life
Totally.
Right.
and the lives of
Why
9
would I
other
ever
children?
intentionally hit your kid with
Yeah.
the ball?
I'd hit you with the ball.
I know. I could get
But, like,
yeah.
But
Yeah.
the whole point is you can't take everything that personally, and it's sport.
Yeah.
Kids get hit with balls. Like it's not, you gotta assume the best.
Yeah, when I see a parent getting too worked up at a youth sports event, I just go, "I'm sorry you're unhappy with your life."
Yeah.
Truly. I'm sorry that you have bad balance. I'm sorry that things didn't work out for you. I'm sorry you hate your job. I'm sorry your dad never said he was proud of you. Like, I do start to feel bad now, but then I'm also like, there needs to be a quicker way to eject these parents from these things.
Yeah.
You got to be
Yeah.
able to get them out of here. Eject seats maybe. Like,
Yeah. Mhm.
little cockpit.
They just need a hot car nap.
they need a hot car now.
Yeah.
That's a callback to a previous episode, but yes. But I know it's all blurring together here.
It is all blurring together, but it just is not that important.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's
Especially when you make those parents the coaches.
Well, it's often a lot of times it is. A lot of
Yeah.
time that's the ones who
Yeah.
want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're already looking at you and your homeschooled family and your flower named children, and they're like, "Here we go, these hippies." are rolling in.
You bring the bunnies. Yeah.
Hey, don't put it past us.
I've heard he has like 75 animals back on the compound. But at least they're at the game.
But here's
That's what they'd say to
brought
me.
The speaker.
Yeah.
And Brandy Carlisle on the speaker.
Yeah.
At a baseball game.
here's the thing though, because my daughter had her birthday party, and it was a couple of friends from 2 different sports she's played, and a couple of friends from school. And I do think that the 14-year-olds who have extracurriculars are in a better place, like for life.
Yeah. I don't know that their parents are, but
No, but I know that if those stressed out sports parents stepped back,
right.
cooled out, like relaxed, like teens need structure and routine,
Right.
And they don't get to work. They don't get to mow your lawn and
Yeah.
babysit anymore. We don't have those kind of roles in society. So now it's travel sports, and they're better off. The kids are better off like being stressed in sports than like left on their phones at home.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's still better. That stressed out sport parenting them is better than just laying in bed on their phone all weekend.
Yeah. If
Because
for no other reason that they get to realize that their parents aren't perfect.
And that's about the age that you realize
Yeah.
that. Yeah. 13, 14, you're like, these guys, they got some problems.
Yeah, you're like, how was the game? We're like, well, my dad got ejected.
But I did get an acai bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough.
It is. I think you're right. I just there's so many strong emotions as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
There's intense grief, there's intense passion, there's intense joy, there's intense anger, and it kind of all comes out at the youth sport event.
Yeah, and you can't always control the timing of that. Because you might get really mad at the coach.
I mean, you can if you're a mature adult.
No, but
Yeah.
I guess what triggers it.
Yeah.
'Cause I see parents who are irate because like the December practice schedule isn't out yet.
Instability.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you cut off my kid. Or you
Yeah.
hit my kid on purpose. Like it's there, but you don't know what's going to trigger it. That's the exciting part.
Yeah, that is a little bit exciting. Come to
Yeah.
think of it.
Yeah. You guys are being very sympathetic here, and I appreciate that, but I am all for removing parents that take youth sports too seriously. Get them out. Eject them early. Make an example. Or like, you know what? Honestly, Squid Game's it.
Yes.
Targets on all the parents the whole
You
time.
got one more strike.
You got one. Yeah. No strikes. No strikes.
Let's put a scoreboard up for that.
Yeah. You cuss at the umpire one time. I'm not saying murder you, but at least give him a cone of shame or something. Kick him out. Give him a warning.
Yeah.
Get a life,
Yeah,
man.
wait, but the ones that get kicked out do not leave.
No, they hang out in the parking lot. Yeah.
They're like, you can't tell me to leave. This is public property.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a free country.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch from my truck.
Yeah. And then again, maybe, and to which all of this, my son would say, well, at least they came to the game, Dad. I'm sorry, the games are on Saturdays. I make all the Thursday meets.
I know that's my trigger. When the meet you're coming to and flying out after gets canceled, you're like, I've had this on my calendar for months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ugh, it happens.
Parenting is very hard, and I think that's
It
the subject here. It's not good or bad. It's just all of the emotions. All right, guys, we got a couple more holiday horror stories to get to.
Fantastic.
Send us emails at dontmakemecomebackthere@gmail.com today.
Woo woo.
Okay, so this one is from Jake. Dear Dustin and Melissa, love the pod.
Jake.
By far, you two are the most consistent every week out of anyone I listen to, and we Backseaters are all grateful for you. There you go. This is a good warm-up one. A while back when my brothers and I were in high school, my mom was an in-home caretaker for an elderly lady. This particular year, it fell upon my mom to have the Christmas holiday shift. Me and my brother spent Christmas sitting in the back room, eating room-temperature pizza and watching The Empire Strikes Back. Not the most glamorous Christmas for sure, but not too horrible either. At least we could be there with my mom while she had to work. You guys are the best. Jake. I like that one, actually.
Aw.
Yeah,
I do like that.
it's got some heart to it. I like that.
We spent a Super Bowl at the rec center one year. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
was fun. Yeah. Not exactly Christmas, but yeah.
Well, I just remember it.
Yeah.
Like, we just, like, brought food down because you were working at the rec center. And
Yeah.
they didn't close for the Super Bowl.
Unconventional holidays. Love
Yep.
it. I think they turned the music up downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So this one is from Betsy.
Hi, Betsy.
My story is around a gift from my mother-in-law. I always thought my mother-in-law liked me pretty well, but about 10 years into our marriage, she gave me a gift that made me really wonder.
Okay.
First off, let me say that I'm not necessarily a tchotchke type person or really a precious moments type person either. But this particular Christmas, I opened a gift from her, thankfully not in front of her, and it was the Precious Moments glass donkey that was part of a nativity set.
Oh, no.
You can see it right in your mind. I opened the rest of my
Is it
gifts.
crying?
Yeah, I opened the rest of my gifts. They're always the sad eyes.
You're so sad.
I opened the rest of my gifts, and there were no other parts of the nativity. So I thought this was probably the first installment in what would be a series of gifts over the next years to grow this nativity scene. Nope. Never received one other piece of nativity scene, just the donkey. My family lovingly refers to it as my glass ass. Never asked my mother-in-law about it. When she died, I wonder if we would find all the additional pieces in her attic. Nope, it's a mystery. Although maybe not. It does make a great story, though.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I remember at one of my siblings, after their wedding, which was over Christmas, they did that brunch where you open all your wedding gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the day after the wedding.
It's high pressure.
And they opened a whole nativity set that was like 12 boxes.
Yeah.
And what does a young 20-something couple want but 12 boxes of nativity?
That doesn't even know where they're going to live in the next year. They're like,
Yeah.
great.
They're like, oh, wow, but we got this.
Yeah.
We wanted a toaster, but we got this. Yeah. It's insane.
You couldn't have got a toaster.
Yeah.
Like you use every day.
Yeah. It was probably half off because it was after Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I'm saying is you don't need a nativity scene
No.
when you're newly married.
But what about one glass donkey? What will that do?
Says so much.
It does,
So
yeah.
much. Fragile.
Yeah.
Whew.
In the midst of everything going on in your holiday season, how about this right here?
Tell your Democrat friends how much you
Yeah.
love them.
Here's a question before we do the last one. Is December the busiest month of the year for parents?
I think it rivals May,
Yeah.
but I would say yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There are a couple marquee times in the year where it's displayed how much busier your life is as a parent as a non-parent. And I think December might be number one on that list. December is
Second is
Go
the
ahead.
end of the year.
end of the year.
So
Yeah.
May,
Dads and grads.
December, May, and like back to school.
Yeah.
So like August, September.
December is
Yeah.
insanity for parents.
Mm-hmm.
Every day you have at least one extra commitment for every child that you have.
Yep.
At least one extra.
You got a lot of meetings.
So
You
many
got,
meetings.
You got to bring cookies.
Yeah.
You got a pajama day. You got grades.
Yeah. You got
checkups.
You got a
Everyone's
secret
sick.
Santa. You got to get gifts for the teachers. You got to get gifts for the coaches.
Uh-huh.
Gifts
for
gifts
the
for the children. Gifts there's so gifts
Gift
for the
lists for the grandparents.
yeah. Gifts for the therapist.
You have to tell your grandparents, okay, what do they need?
Yeah.
And then you got to figure out like something that's like surprise, but not, you know.
You're budgeting. It's end of the
Yeah.
year.
Or you're like, I already got all the gifts, but now so-and-so is going to give you this one.
You might be planning a trip. You're
Yeah.
going through your Christmas card list, you know, like, oh man, forgot they died this year.
And then work gifts.
Yeah.
And then work socials and then parties and travel and
Yeah.
It's insane. And yeah.
December for parents is honestly probably harder than the journey that Mary and Joseph went on with Jesus. I mean,
It is hard to find a hotel.
I look at the story of the birth of Christ and I'm like, I mean, you had it good. You had it good. You went on one journey and there was transportation available. There was no room at the inn? Yeah, get in line.
Mm-hmm. Reservations are sold out.
It's so busy.
It's very relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The animals around were actually just relatives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And around like the fifth recital, you're like, hey man, not every kid needs to be encouraged.
It's like if there's 20 solos, maybe we gave out too
many solos. We gave out too many solos this year. Not,
just like top 5.
Yeah. Just let some kids be good at math, man. Let the science kid be the science kid. Let the piano genius play the peanut solo.
Mm-hmm.
And for the
Somebody's got a jingle bell.
And for the love, please don't let your 11-year-old wear that much makeup. Please. Please. It's upsetting for all of us. No one is comfortable in this environment. It's every what it is every extracurricular
needs a party.
Yeah, every extracurricular that your child has a thing in December. There'll be like a summer camp thing that's due in December for some. Yeah, you're like, I got
signing up for spring ball right now. Yeah. I'm like, got a text from the coach yesterday. Hey, is he in? I'm like, spring?
Yeah, you also have to register for high school and middle school and kindergarten.
Yeah.
And college.
Yeah.
In December.
Not to mention planning your family's Christmas trip or hosting or a meal. Taxes. And then you get an email. They're like, don't forget to book your summer travel. And you're like, screw you, Delta. I don't
have time for this.
I don't got time for this. So,
yeah.
Talk about a nutcracker. All right. Last one. All right. This is from Isaac, big friend of the podcast, patron, whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't say his last name. Coast Guard Isaac. I have a holiday horror story. It was during the time that I was stationed in Hawaii in my last full year there in 2022. For context, Isaac is a Coast Guard in the Coast Guard in Hawaii. I had plans to be home for Christmas and New Year's, as did other siblings of mine who lived outside of Oregon. I had booked my flight about a month and a half beforehand so that the prices weren't as bad. And it's too loud downstairs. There's no way we can get the, yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the podcast. Thanks for listening to the podcast. You're the best. Hey, folks, want to give a special shout out to our As Essential as Oils patrons. Ooh, that's $25 up a month. That's a big money right there. What you get is you get a special shout out on this podcast at the end right now. So, first up,
April Griffiths.
Adam Bush,
Allison Nelson,
Bonnie Galindo,
Carrie Teague,
Caroline Crimmins,
Code to Grow,
Courtney Eibling,
Damaris Diaz-Stevens,
Dan and Chelsea Morell,
Daniel Owens,
David and Melissa Cox,
Dave Hoagland,
Isaac Teron,
Jason White,
Jennifer Ashley Downs,
Jessica Handurand,
Joshua and Nikki Platt,
Jordan Lara,
Jordan Cowan,
Juliana Smith,
Lori Amos,
Matt and Sam Slosdom,
Nathan and Jennifer Merritt,
Nicole Caros,
Rachel Wilson,
Rachel Kennedy,
Robert and Nellie Capin,
Stephen Menya,
and Tiffany Payne. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Bam.